A train wreck to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your meme coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree, show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures flow. Web3 wonders.
All right, Mega GMs, guys, welcome to the Swarm Report. Officially this time. If you were with us for the pre-show, we can call it the pre-show last hour. Well, thanks for joining us there. But now we're kicking off the real deal thing with, a launch, a team, a project that I'm super freaking hyped for, and still a Cats fanatic with us, by the way. Really, like triple excited for this. But we have Flagship on the show here today. Jorn, the founder of Flagship. Welcome, dude.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Super excited for this chat.
Yeah, dude, I'm really happy to have you here. Especially, dude, okay, we say we're in virtual season 3 here, right? And all these major changes to the Genesis Launchpad, and as of a couple of weeks ago, we started realizing, there's this little like tug of war, push and pull between prototype launches after Ring Fence went to a prototype launch, and then this new version of Genesis, and then here's you guys just adding this narrative here with a prototype launch, and one that's going to sound like pretty darn spicy. So like this chat, I think a little extra relevant here today. Maybe, dude, if you would introduce yourself, and then we'll get into what your platform project is.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Jorn, the founder of Flagship. I've been in the industry since 2016. Basically rolled almost literally out of university into the crypto industry. A roommate tipped me off. He's like, buy this crazy coin. I've never heard of crypto, never heard of blockchain, anything. Did well on that coin, and I was really like, okay, why did I do well? What happened? From there on, started just full-time crypto. Was a journalist and specialized in token economics from 2018 to 2021. And then 2021, I'm also, admittedly, I'm also a degen and trader at heart. I really, really like exploring new narratives, new stories, spotting opportunities. So I was like, let's build my own company. I want eyes in every corner of the crypto market. I want to extract alpha from all these little niches, whether it's the base ecosystem or whether it's gaming or DeFi or meme coins, wherever it is. I want eyes in there, and I want to extract alpha. So that's the idea behind Flagship, where we got started 4 years ago already.
Dude, you were a journalist, you said?
Yeah, for two upstart media companies in crypto. Fun story. I was in 2017 early. I saw crypto and I really wanted to participate. Right, this was March 2017. The bull market really started getting started, but I was traveling, backpacking the world, didn't have any money. So I wanted to convince my dad to send me money, and he was like, "No, you're backpacking. I'm never ever gonna send you money." So I was like, okay, I'm going to write you a book about crypto and blockchain for dummies to convince you to send me a loan. So I wrote the book, got the loan from my dad, published the book on Amazon, and then I got a couple of people that were starting media companies reached out to me, and from there the ball started rolling. It was cool. There was so little competition back then on SEO on Google that I ranked, Lisk, IOTA, and shares, token economics. I ranked number 1 on all of that for quite a while.
Wow, dude, that's super impressive. That's really, really cool. Can people still find that out there?
No, unfortunately, the company was called investinblockchain.com, but they went bankrupt, I think, 2022 when the bear market really, really hit.
Got it.
I think you
Wow.
can find it in the Wayback Machine. Actually, I'd have to check myself because they do permanently store it there, but I haven't checked for a while.
All right, we'll have to do some digging, see if we can dig up that relic. That's cool. That's cool lore, man. I like that a lot. Good stuff. Well, again, really nice to meet you. Some of you guys too. I'm not sure if you caught, the pre-stream, but again, we got Cats here too. Some of you, this is your first time, like him, but maybe your first time seeing the man himself. Officially doxed. So there you go. It's our buddy Cats. Jorn, if you would get into Flagship and Cat, so here's the deal. Cats knows this platform really well already, so it's like extra awesome to have him here. Whenever you have questions or anything, no rules, chime in whenever. But yeah, Jorn, would love to hear what Flagship is and when you guys started.
Yeah, absolutely. First shout out to Cats. He discovered Flagship and he's been massively supportive. So thank you so much, Cats. Really, really appreciate the support.
Hey, glad I found it when I did.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, when it comes to Flagship, so it was conceptualized by me in 2021 during the last bull market. As I said, I got really, really frustrated. I was into Avalanche back then and did well there, and I was in the metaverse, but I missed out on NFTs, missed out on Cosmos, missed out on Ethereum, DeFi, layer 2s, like all that stuff. I had no idea what was happening. So I was really frustrated. Second thing I was frustrated with was most of my friends and family, they're stuck in the fiat world, right? They think they generate returns with 8% per year, but actually they're just keeping up with the rate of inflation. They're actually flat, like they're not making any returns. And with crypto, especially with Bitcoin, that is more investable, but also the other up-and-coming assets and up-and-coming applications of blockchain, you have a chance to diversify your portfolio. So I was like, one is two. Let's make an app that's super easy to use for normies. And let's build underlying that, build an intelligence network that gets alpha from all these different corners and makes it easily investable via the app. So with that idea, we got started in 2021, built a team at the end of 2021, published the first white paper. 2022, we raised our first round. We started actually as more passive investment product. So our idea was to create vaults. During the process of building these vaults, so we actually built a set of asset management smart contracts on Polygon. What we learned, and that was a very important lesson, is that crypto is too immature to be an investable asset class. Except Bitcoin. Bitcoin now has changed, is mature enough, and Ethereum is getting there. But for the rest, all the other 24 million tokens, they're trading tokens. They're not investable assets yet. So we decided, we pivoted away from the long-term passive investment product to more trading product. And we were really lucky. Our CTO has built an AI startup before. So he started building an AI analyst. So we can send this analyst in every corner of the crypto market. And then we got even luckier. We ran into another AI ML engineer who was building an AI protocol that he scraped Telegram data with. And he was initially building that to filter out bots and Sybil attacks for airdrops. But then he discovered the Pepe, the meme coin, the contract 3 weeks before Pepe was created. Because the social buzz on Telegram was already started talking about Pepe, but it wasn't there yet. So he was like, okay, wait a minute. So we doubled down, we tripled down, and then we started expanding the AI. So what we did now is we inserted the AI in 20,000 public crypto Telegram channels. There we first filter out the spam, the bots, the Sybils. And then we look at, that's about 4 to 5 million unique Telegram identities. And then we look at, okay, what are they talking about? So what are they paying attention to? Is the sentiment positive, negative, or neutral? And what is the rate of change? So is attention and sentiment going up or going down? And then from there on, we cross-correlate that with volumes, so the trading volumes of decentralized and centralized exchanges. And then we get trading signals from that. And 3 months ago, we unleashed 4 agents on top of this AI that make trades for us. One focused on DeFi, one on AI tokens, one on the base ecosystem, and one on meme coins. And the returns have been absolutely insane. It is paper trading. There's an important caveat. So fees and slippage haven't been taken into account yet. But what we validated is that there's clear and very strong alpha in the data that we've been producing. I can actually look at my screen what the exact returns to dates have been. To be honest, we were not expecting them to be this good. We were hoping for about 10% per month, which is already a hefty return. I have it in front of me. So Agent DeFi returned 808% since it started. Agent Joker 440%, Agent Singularity 162%, and Agent Base, which was deployed a lot later, only a month ago, returned 119%. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So the agents are live, the AI is live. In terms of capabilities, which is really terrifying, I talk about with our CTO and AI engineer a lot. On the scale from 0 to 100, where are we in capabilities? And they're like 3. Maybe 4, but probably just 3. Like we can do so much more. There's so much more value in the data we're collecting. So yeah, that's where we're at.
That's wild. Okay, so these are the agents, at least some of them right here, right? Joker, Base, you said there's Singularity, and then what was the fourth?
DeFi.
DeFi. And then, I mean, okay, could I assume that Base focuses on Base, like things like that? Where does Singularity focus on?
AI tokens.
Okay, interesting. And then is Joker focused on like meme coins?
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh, dude, I love it. I love it. And I love hearing that this is only 3%. This like blows my mind already because we've all been waiting and at this point for like a year, waiting for like when AI changes DeFi. That was like a narrative that was sold to us a year ago, right? And I bought into it, and I still do, but I bought into it back then, and I thought by this time we were going to see everybody using AI products to trade, that mostly we'd be hands off and just letting AI trade for us, or at least using tools that are, giving you alpha insights, whatever. And it didn't materialize yet, right? It didn't yet. I don't think I'm using any AI tools really to trade with. But I don't think any of us stopped believing that was going to happen. I just think it's one of those things we misjudged, like the time frame, or maybe it's just people selling us a narrative because it's some people just do that. But it's common, dude. And if on paper you're getting those kind of returns, it sounds like it's actually really, really close. How close do you think we are? And maybe that's as soon as you guys go live, right? But how do you think we are in the on that like time frame?
Yeah, I'm completely with you. Fun fact, I was actually at Virtuals very, very early. I was there mid-October 2024. I actually created the 14th or 16th, somewhere between our agents to experiment. So I still have it in my OG wallet.
What's the name of one of them?
I can't tell that. It's an Easter egg. If you can find it, you find more alpha as well.
Cats, do you know already? Do you know what it is?
I do not. Now I have to do some digging.
Oh, this is gonna be so cool. Is it something that like you have plans to maybe bring that one back to life, like bring it into the ecosystem? Okay, shit.
It is an OG status now. It is so many virtual tokens being issued. Like I understand the value of that early stage agent that has been launched.
Wow. Okay, so it would be a prototype agent, right? Because it's from back then. Not a Genesis. Okay, we got some homework to do later, guys. Katz is gonna be the one to crack it, of course, because that's just what he does. But super interesting. How many agents did you say that are out there right now? 14? Was that the number?
No. This was the 14th agent on Virtuals.
Oh, well, then that should maybe be easier to find. At least it gives us something to work with. But okay, yeah. Dude, that's awesome. All right. I won't press you on that. I know Katz will find it or someone else, but Alpha.
Nice.
Alpha.
So but regarding our agents, we have 4 right now, but in theory, or not in theory, that they're infinitely scalable. So we just, because of the UI, like the interface becomes a bit overwhelming if we add too many agents there. But from a back-end perspective and also from a front-end perspective, we can have agents for every sector, right? So my dream, as I said in the beginning as well, my dream has always been, I want one for real-world assets. We see Zora coming up on Base. I want an agent for Base. Like I want to see where the attention is flowing and see if there's alpha to be found on the Zora platform. Like that's the scalability we have, and the social algorithm we built. We can apply it to almost every cryptocurrency. We just noticed that the larger, say the top top 10, top 15, they trade a lot more on fundamentals and technicals, but anywhere outside of the top 50, I'd say the social algorithm is really, really valuable.
So when is this going? Well, okay, let's get into the token. God, I have so many questions actually. But when is TGE coming? Just so people have like a target date and can start coming up with a game plan. I think it's Tuesday. Is that right?
Yeah, it's in 4 days, Tuesday 26th.
All right. Why prototype?
It fit exactly in what we wanted to do. So what we wanted to fair launch, but we did have, so we've done previous rounds with for token sales. We also have an airdrip, so we've been building a lot of games. So we've been slowly in our app, we've been gradually building up towards these agents. So initially it was just you could just speculate with points in the app, and then we added the agentic layer, and you could pick one asset per day. Then you could pick one agent per day, and now like it's been slowly evolving towards this. So we had quite some we had some initial distribution, and for us prototype was the best fit.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I like the prototype stuff. I think they it's just a different game. It's a different game, and one that, again, we're going to see how it plays out, what traders start to prefer. But I just know that they're hungrier. I feel like they're hungrier for prototype launches at this point rather than Genesis. We'll see. What you mentioned, the word airdrip, and I think I heard that before, and I don't know if I've heard it before, like you guys, right? What is the airdrip? And also, I think you guys have had some like community pre-sales. I'm way less plugged in, and I wanted to be less plugged in, with this chat. I wanted to hear it from you, but yeah, what is an airdrip?
Yeah, sure thing. The airdrip is an invention of my co-founder. So we were looking at airdrops, and we were looking at airdrop data, and we really like the concept of an airdrop, right? It allows you to build up a community, build up a user base before your TGE. So you can already start building your initial foundation of your community and user base. But what we saw in the airdrop is there is exceptions. There's Uniswap and there's Hyperliquid who did it exceptionally well. But in most cases, an airdrop can be very negatively affected on the market impact. And in crypto in general, it's just price and chart is really important. I know we as builders, we don't want it to be, but we have to accept the reality that it is. So what we came up with is, okay, how are we going to how are we going to solve this airdrop issue? So what we did is we created a vested airdrop. So your airdrop slowly drips over time. So after 48 hours, users get 10% of their airdrop. And then every week, users have to select an agent, 1 out of 4, and they unlock their airdrop or airdrip based on the performance of the agents. So if they pick the best performing agent, they get 3% unlock each week. The second, they get 2.5%, and so on.
I love that. Okay, so it's like there's a competition here. Kind of a competition, and that's to unlock your allocation. How do people earn the allocation, right? Like that they're going to then work to unlock.
Yeah, so that's been going on for the past year. So the past year, we've been gradually building up the app. Users that tested out the app, they could earn points. And these points were converted to pre-TG FYI tokens. So users have already these tokens. They can already see them in the app. And then gradually via the airdrip, they can claim them.
And like to your point, even earlier, and by cats, of course, chime in whenever. But you've been around for so long. Like this has been years that you've been working on this. And has this community been with you the whole way, or when did you first launch? Any part of this where the community could start engaging?
Yeah, we have some people that have been supporting us all the way through. So we did our first round in 2022, and that was mostly friends and family, a couple of VCs, but the majority was friends and family. And what we noticed is that the vast majority of those people are still around. So we send out a weekly newsletter. Most of the people read those. A lot of the people that participated, then they've been playing every single season of these games. They've been using our vault on Polygon. So yeah, it's been like a snowball. So we started out our Telegram group. Funny enough, we were on Discord initially only. We started out with a Telegram group less than a year ago with 82 people. I remember it very well. and now it's 21,000. So it got bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, there's been people that have been very like supporting us for a very long time, and also some that are very happy with us. I when I discovered virtuals, I've been pushing it very hard to everyone on socials, on the newsletter. Like, get involved. This is very interesting.
So did they know about virtuals ahead of time? Because like we like for us, virtuals is the biggest deal ever. But again, I think we're in an echo chamber, and I don't know how big it is or small. I have no idea. So like, did your community already know about virtuals, or is that something you've had to educate them on?
Well, it was for us. We were building AI already, right? Now for 2 years. So we also got very early involved in the Bitensor ecosystem. I actually wrote my first article about the crossover of blockchain and AI in 2017 about SingularityNet. I also met Dr. Ben Goertzel, the founder of SingularityNet. So yeah, I was always intrigued, and then we started building it ourselves. And for us, it was just constantly, what is out there on the market? Is there anything we can use? Is there anything we can integrate into what we're building? So we're constantly on the lookout. And then I have to give out a shout out to 0x Jeff. He's a friend of mine, met him a couple of times in Singapore and in Cannes. He has an excellent newsletter. So I opened the newsletter mid-October last year, and then there he said Luna just went live on virtuals. So it was really like just pure out of curiosity that I stumbled upon virtuals back then. Again, shout out to 0x Jeff. He's doing a great job. So yeah, purely out of curiosity for Flagship, for learnings and for potential integrations.
Is part of your ecosystem, like I just heard the BitTensor part, especially my ears perk up, right? Are you building in that ecosystem too?
No, not building. No, it's that is purely from like I said, I love investing and trading as well. So that is purely from an investment perspective for now. We are closely monitoring the subnets. We're in touch with 2 subnets for potentially adding their data pipeline to our AI system, because there is there's one subnet that scrapes Reddit for crypto alpha, and there's another one that has a unique social insights. So there is some subnets with really, really interesting data sets that we could use for our system as well.
Got it. It's just a place like we all hear about it, and I think everybody knows they need to be paying attention to that ecosystem like big time. Okay, well, we'll still have to do that then. Cass, what about Flagship got you so dialed in? Because like, dude, you do such great research, and I know when you have found something and you attack it the way you do, I know there's something there, and you know, like you don't do it to anybody and everybody. You do it to very specific things. What got you like so locked into Flagship?
Jorn, what he's leaving out is I was literally yelling in this chat about your project before you came to virtuals, and I'm like, you have to look at this.
It's true.
It took him a while before he would acknowledge me. I want to go back to talking about how they've created this gamification. Okay, so they have the 4 agents, right? So just from a new user, right? So I'm pretty new a couple weeks ago, but like what you would do, you go in their web-based app. All you would do is select an agent for the day to who you think is going to perform the best, right? And if you got first, you got a certain number of points like he's talking about. So that's how people have been earning their allocation. Airdrip, though, I think it's brilliant because they still have to do that. You've created this culture where everyone's used to participation, and then that participation has to carry through in order to continue to get rewarded. It's brilliant because it keeps people engaged. It was one of the smartest things I've seen as far as an airdrop allocation. That I was just super impressed by that to start. Obviously, now everything's a little different, but before you could actually go in and see the trades the agents were making. Like this isn't like some hidden thing. It was showing you. And so really, like if I was technical enough, I could have gone and built my own bot to like look at that and do all this stuff. But you know, they're going to have copy trading that does it for me. I'm the opposite of Hudah in this way. I am using the products. Like I use a lot of products right now. I'm using at least 4 virtuals ecosystems DeFi products right now that trade for me and testing all that. And so when I saw what these agents are doing, and I was like, this makes so much sense. It's getting the alpha that everybody's talking about behind the scenes. Like they're not putting it on the crypto Twitter timeline. They're talking about it in their private chats, And these people are trading on that information. Like, this is brilliant. Okay. I also, so I'm a big proponent of like not just giving farmers airdrop to dump your token. That's why I love the airdrip. Also, in that, which he hasn't talked about, they implemented proof of humanity. And so by doing, you have to have at least a proof of humanity score of 10 to even qualify. So you have to be a real human. They are going the extra mile to prevent this being a botted token that's just going to get dumped. And I think like the whole thing, their white paper took me 4 hours to even attempt to get through. It's 132 pages. Like, it's impressive. I told Hudah, I'm like, this is the most legal, like legally sound white paper I've ever read. Like, I'm super impressed by all of it. And you can show, like, it shows the type of builders and teams this is. Like, they have thought out everything. And, you know, you can see they've been building this for years. And so that's why I've been, you know, screaming from the rooftops about Flagship and been really excited about this TGE coming.
Thank you very much, Kat. You making me blush.
Dude, he's right though. Before any mention of virtuals, he was here in the chat and he's like, check this thing out. I think he said it like takes all this alpha from telegrams and it gives you the signals, and like it was really impressive. And I know a few of the guys from here listened to him right off the bat, and I think got in with you. Our buddy Gravity one of them, and maybe that was it, huh? But like always, I always tell cats, I'm like, dude, you're going to talk about this and I'm not going to do it. And I know I'm going to regret it. And I knew right then, I'm like, I'll regret not following him in this early. But it was only a few days later when we started hearing virtuals. It's like, you guys won't believe it. But then he mentions the virtuals thing. And I'm like, okay, yeah, cats did it again. Which is super interesting. Just bought some FYI. I don't think you can buy FYI yet, right?
No. We unfortunately, and that's, you probably guys have seen it before in virtuals. We did see a fake profile page on virtuals prototype. So yeah, it's not live yet. So yeah, no, that's
yeah, maybe don't buy that one. Yeah, it's a bummer. There is a lot of fake stuff out there, which is actually okay. There's something about prototype that is kind of tricky, which, you know, like Genesis launches, you get the page up there for days ahead of time, weeks ahead of time. You get this place you can go and look at and do your research from there. Prototype are harder because you don't get a page like that, you know, that people can focus on and do that learning. It's why something like this is so important. And the fact that you guys are already out there talking about your project, it's like really important for prototype launches. So guys, it's just a random comment, but like, if you're going to play prototype, be extra plugged in. You really got to stay in touch with the content and the builders and hear it right from them. So
yeah,
just a heads up.
That's exactly it. Like everything, like you really want to follow our Telegram, our Discord, and our X. That's where we'll be sharing all the official links and the official contract adders and everything that's not coming from our official channels. That should be entirely ignored.
Yeah, dude, good shout. Good shout. By the way, okay, can they reach all of this, by the way, like right from your link tree? Everything's here, it looks like.
Yep.
The app, the website, the Discord, the Telegram. Yeah, guys, plug in there. Just plug in, and telling you, we'll keep you updated on everything coming here on this show, and it's coming in a few days, but like stay on top of it right with them and their on their platforms, their socials. So these agents right now, they're trading on paper. How soon till they're like trading live?
That's going to be about 2 months after TGE.
Okay.
So we have already set up a POC. Exactly what Kat said. We did it exactly the same. We saw the alpha. We were like, okay, we need to get in on this ourselves as well. I have to admit, we've been extremely busy, so it's hard. There's a lot of trades. But yeah, the POC is already up and running on Solana right now. But we want to make it multi-chain. We want to make it interoperable, and we want to make absolutely sure that everything is in order. So we're going to do it very staged. So we start with a private beta with very small amounts with people that we know and that understand the risks, and then expand it until we can go public.
Oh, I love it. By the way, I see all your blogs on your website too, and they're going back years. So again, it just shows the team and how long they've been active, and it shows like the depth of their IQ here. So super impressive. So the agents are copy trading. We can bet on who we think is going to perform the best. Awesome. But that's for people to unlock their allocations, right? If I don't have any allocation coming because I wasn't in the ecosystem ahead of time, can I still play? And do I get something for playing?
Yeah, we're gonna continue the game. So after TGE, it's we have a process called agent staking. So the agents, the trades that they make, their watch list, their terminal, the chain of thought, everything was publicly available. After TGE, it's going to be token gated. So you need a small amount of FYI tokens, and you stake it on the agents, and then you get access. On top of that, you get staking rewards on a weekly basis, based on how the agent is performing. So the best performing agent generates the highest staking rewards, and then the second best performing, the second highest staking rewards. So we still get people super engaged with the agents and really, like shouting for them and hoping they perform the best.
Cool. Well, out of all those 4 that are live right now, which one's your favorite?
I'll give you a little bit of an inside scoop. So our leadership team is 4. We have me as the CEO, then we have Ivo as the chief of product, Varun as head of marketing, and Luke as the chief technology officer. So you can tell 4 agents, 4 leadership teams. We modeled them after ourselves. So Varun loves the trenches, our head of marketing. So he's Agent Joker. We also gave them personalities. So after TG, we're also going to give them autonomous Twitter accounts. So they'll be yapping on Twitter and sharing their trades there. So yeah, the Joker is based on Varun. Singularity is based on me. DeFi is based on our CTO because he's the most technical. And Agent Boomer had to retire. He wasn't performing so well, so that was our CPO, and he got replaced by Agent Base, and that is Ivo, our head of product.
What did Agent Boomer invest in? What were his trades?
The blue chips.
Dude, makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Awesome. Hey, we got Adam in the chat. You guys met at the Gateway in Dubai last year. Dude, super cool.
Oh,
super
nice.
Cool. That's cool. Nice connection there. By the way, guys, like in the chat, and this is on Spaces, and like here on the YouTube side, any questions, drop them in the chat. We'll ask them here. We can probably, Jorn, if you're up for it, we can even bring people up in Spaces if they have questions. If you're down for that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so as of right now, again, trading on paper, they will go live to trade at some point. At some point, would I be able to launch my own agent that can trade just based on like my criteria?
So it's important to have the roadmap. So the roadmap right now is the agent producing alpha, the information layer that's there. So then we're going to add copy trading. So that's going to be the trading engine. That's also going to be a revenue generator for us. And part of the revenue will be used the hyperliquid model to buy back tokens from the market and lock them. Once copy trading is live, and in the meantime, the agents will continuously get better. Our AI will get better. Then once we have copy trading live, we're going to expand the number of agents. So we're going to go from 4 probably to 8 based on what the community wants. So the community can vote, I want an agent for this sector or this sector, and we launch it. Then we're going to go to portfolios. So from trading, we move more to a long-term, more to investment products. So you can choose, I'm a trader or an investor. So do I want to copy trade the trades, or do I just want to send my stable coins to the agent, sit back and relax? Once that is up and running, we're going to open the protocol for third-party projects. So we have 40% of the token supply allocated to community rewards. Part of that is a grant program for when there's savvy traders or investors that want to add an agent to our protocol, they can do that. But that will definitely be 2026.
Got it. That's super cool. If you could pick, one area, one sector, whatever, like if you could launch another agent right now, what would you have it trading?
Right now, Zora.
Interesting. Okay, so these creator coins, huh?
Yeah, I was active on Steemit. I don't know if anyone knows it still, back in 2018, 19. And then I was active on Friendtech for a little bit, but I thought it was too Ponzi. Like the economics didn't really work. But I've always been infatuated by tokenized social media. I think it's the way for small creators. I think it's the way for content to be properly valued, especially now with big tech taking basically 90% of the cut and the creators getting 3%. So, and I'm seeing this and I'm seeing the traction of the base ecosystem. And I'm like, I don't have time to keep up, but our algorithm focuses on attention and sentiment. And if anything works on the social media platform is attention. So our algorithm with Zora makes so much sense.
Dude, it does. And like, so everybody's still trying to get comfortable with that idea of tokenizing everything and the content coins. And then as somebody who does content now, like, I get it. I'm not 100% sure how it plays out. Like, I don't know. And I'm still debating, is like tokenizing every stream or every content creator the best way? But it makes sense. Like, where I used to think it's just you have a token for your stream and you sell the tokens to make money. And I'm like, I don't like the idea of selling tokens and, on the people who are buying it. But then you realize, well, no, it's more like maybe don't sell. Maybe use those to give out and you're just earning from the fees. And that's where it starts clicking a little more like, oh, okay, that I get. And we are
Yeah.
seeing some streamers out there that are making, I don't know, $50 a day. Some of them, I think Nick did a stream on some platform, made like $800 on a day of just people trading. And that's just on fees, not him dumping the tokens. So like, there's definitely something there. When I hear a smart guy like you say you see it, and it makes, I'm like, okay, I need to pay even more attention to that.
Yeah, it's exactly like you say. Like I'm not sure if Zora is the right iteration. I've seen the evolution of these platforms. It's directionally where we're heading. I'm not sure if these are the exact economics or if this is the exact user interface, but I think that the concept itself is really, really beautiful. I've always I even wrote it in the 2021 white paper. I've always had to believe that we're going to tokenize everything and everyone. I think everyone will at some point have a token, just like we all have a Facebook page. So that's been my thesis for a long time. So everything that moves us towards that direction, I'm always very interested in.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna get really interesting. Is FYI, so the token itself, is that the only token that's gonna live in your ecosystem, or at some point are we gonna see like agents having their own tokens?
For the foreseeable future, FYI will 100% be the only token. We don't want to dilute the attention, and we want to create one ecosystem token for everything. As soon as we open the protocol more up, and we can similar to what virtuals do with the agent tokens, right? Like I do see a potential for the agents that trade really well and generate revenue to have their own token. But that complicates the model so much that that's like 2026, maybe 2027, like further down the line. For now, the focus is really on one asset for the entire ecosystem.
Yeah, I dig it. Okay, well, you're thinking that far out already, right? Which is awesome to hear. So like, what is your like your loose roadmap? Where do you see yourself maybe by the end of this year, and then like goals for next year and deliverables? Is that on the site even?
Yeah, absolutely. The roadmap. Let me check. Yeah, roadmap there on the platform, the right bottom corner.
Oh, there we go. I'm going to drop a link in the chat too, guys, just so it's handy.
Yeah, so this is the TG token sale we decided to skip. So we decided to do the virtuals fair launch, let everybody get in at the secondary market, let the secondary market decide what they think everything should look like. Then we're gonna move on to copy trading. So copy or agent staking goes live directly at TG. So 2 hours after we launch the token, our app will come back online because now it's in maintenance mode. Agent staking goes live, and if you stake your tokens, you can see all the trades and the agents and everything, and you can start staking and earning staking rewards for their performance. Then we move on to copy trading. And my goal is to get to break even as an organization as soon as possible with the copy trading revenues. Because once we are at break even, we know we are a sustainable company. And then we can really we have a stable floor. And then from there, we can really, really expand. So from there, once copy trading and we're break even, we can add more agents. And then, like I said, the more passive portfolios, we can launch those. And my ultimate goal, and this is like I've always said, I'm going to build one company in crypto. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it for 10 years. About 4 years down the line, so at least 6 more years to go. What I really want is you see this clear move, right? You see that the tokenization of everything is here. We're now on Solana. You have tokenized stocks. I'm pretty sure it's going to come to Base very soon. We're tokenizing startup equity like SpaceX. You can now trade on chain. This is the tip of the iceberg. Like everything is coming on chain. Dubai real estate, Aspen ski resorts, Banksy paintings. We're gonna tokenize it, and we're going to give people access to it. So what we're building towards is we want an agent for every asset class that is tokenized. We want a specialist there, and we want to be able to invest and have alpha in these sectors. And we want to, like Lego blocks, we want to be able to put them together. So you can have a little bit of real estate in your portfolio, and then you can have a little bit of DeFi and a little bit of meme coins, and then you can just customize these agent portfolios and assemble your own world portfolio. So like that's the long vision that we want to work towards.
Dude, this gets me so excited. Like, I feel like I'm a kid with this stuff, and like, games coming out would excite me. And when I see graphics and like that stuff excited me. And now like I'm a grown up and this shit excites me. Like just everything getting tokenized and having AI that's trading it all is like mind boggling to me. I can't believe this is like real life now. It's so freaking cool. Okay, so when you get the FYI token and you stake it, it gets you access to the platform. I guess first question is, how much do you have to stake to get access? And then whatever that level is, does that get you access to all the agents on the platform, or will there be tiers there as well?
Yeah, so it's you can do both, or you can do it individually. So individually, you need a lot less tokens. But if you want to get both, you need what you need for all four, plus a 10% margin.
Okay.
This is dynamic, so this is also important. Like, we don't do that just to token gate it, but it's also important to prevent the agent itself becoming the alpha, because we now have these social signals, and these social signals are very valuable. But if there's too many people following these social signals, instead of, hey, we're seeing a significant increase in attention and sentiment, that is the signal. The signal becomes one step above that, and this Agent Joker said this, so Agent Joker becomes the signal.
Counter trade them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't think of that. That makes a ton of sense.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do it dynamically. So the first, say the first person needs 10,000 FYI tokens to access Agent Joker, and that scales with demand. So the more people want access to the agent, the more FYI you need. But then if demand drops off, you're going to need less FYI tokens again. So there's a market dynamic for the access.
Oh, that's super cool. Oh, wow. All right, really interesting. Is there, okay, so I talked to another team that I really, really like, Kosher Capital. And, like with their agents, I think he said like you don't want to come in with like a small portfolio. Fees are going to kill you, right? And so it's meant for, if you bigger bags, right? How do you feel like your platform, who is it tailored toward? Is that people that do have like a bigger bag to work with, or can somebody who's just wanting to trade, $50, $100, will it work for them?
It depends on the agents. So there's in markets, I've noticed there's this beautiful equilibrium between risk and reward. So the higher the risk, the bigger the reward and the downside. So what we can do with the agents is the highest risk agents is for the smallest portfolios, because you simply can't enter those trades with larger portfolios because they're micro caps, the liquidity is not that good. And then if you have a very large portfolio, you move to something like Agent Boomer. So Agent Boomer, that's higher liquidity tokens. There you can move in with $1, $2, $3 million trades per trade without affecting the price. So it really depends on, like, you can look for the agent that fits your strategy.
I still love Agent Boomer. It's perfect. Like I love the name. I'd probably use that one a bit here too. Dude, those returns though are insane. I know on paper, but it's got to make you so happy to see them doing what you thought they'd do. And, like to a degree, they're maybe exceeding expectations. Can they keep that up, do you think? And do you think these things can start helping you win in a bear market?
So we launched actually when the market was kind of flat. So the volatility wasn't really there. Solana meme coin season had just passed. Base was on the move up, but not showing super strength. And we still managed, like what we noticed, and I was surprised by that myself, is that, and I'm very happy to say this, that crypto has crossed critical mass. Like, we're never going to have a bear market again with nothing to do and nothing happening. And that's what we keep seeing is there's these little pockets, there's these little, it can be meme coins on Solana as a whole, but it is also, okay, now we're going to do cat meme coins on Solana. And then there's crazy returns there. And then there's on Binance Smart Chain, all of a sudden, there's a new DeFi primitive. And then there's that happening. And that can happen with Bitcoin at 120K. That can happen with Bitcoin at 70K. And we're seeing more and more of this activity going on, regardless of the Bitcoin price or the market conditions.
All right, I'm going to put something on the screen here. But like to follow up, I mean, so you're speaking my language. You guys know, like I'm the this time is different and up and to the right forever, and like I really do believe that. But I also believe we've matured, and so Bitcoin up into the right forever. On that long enough time horizon. But all the while, these different sectors are going to do well, right? There's different things that'll come up, and they'll have their own little mini cycles or whatever. And the fact that you can probably launch an agent that's for this sector that's coming up or going to be hot right now, you can always kind of put something in that relevant sector and keep people winning. In a maybe even a down market is wild. And yeah, I always wonder now. Yeah, do we not really get bear markets like we did before? And it sounds like you're kind of like in that headspace.
Yeah, I've been in the space now for a long time, about almost 9 years. And what I noticed is that 2018, the bear market was very existential. Like a lot of people were like, is this actually anything? And then 2022, 2023 bear market was not so existential because we all kind of had the feeling, okay, Bitcoin will go on. But it was very threatening from a regulatory perspective because it seemed that crypto could have gotten banned. But we did see the DeFi applications, right? Aave kept working, kept doing really, really well. MakerDAO, same thing. Uniswap, keep churning in volumes. So you saw, okay, there is a bottom to this industry now. It's not more existential, like, is this all just a fad, or is it like the certainty was there? And what you're seeing now, and that's why, like, I do think we're gonna have down markets. I do think price will correct significantly, but what stable coins have changed everything because the yield in DeFi is better than the yield you get in banks. And stable coins are now accepted and even pushed by the US government because they help offset their debt problems. So the demand for stablecoins is going to keep growing. That means the TVL for crypto is going to keep growing. Same with real world assets, right? Like if we bring in tokenized treasury bonds or tokenized real estate, they don't care whether Bitcoin goes up or down. They're completely uncorrelated, but they add to the TVL. More TVL means more collateral. That means more capital available to be deployed in DeFi, but also in more speculative plays. So we've reached this point that we're going to have bear markets, a risk-off environments, but even in risk-off, there will still be opportunities, and probably the TVL will still keep growing.
Yeah, I love it.
You see, he speaks our language. All right, I got to go back to staking for a minute. So Jorn, I know you're like crazy busy right now. So with the new Genesis launch that just came out, the big talk in the virtuals community right now is that staking's no longer worth it on virtuals. Okay. So sorry if I'm, stepping on any toes, but that's what everybody's talking about, right? So what I've been saying is we need projects to make staking worthwhile, right? And it can't be for virgin points. It has to have real utility. So one of the things, another taboo topic that we haven't touched on is governance, okay? DAOs and all this stuff. We've all been through all this, right? But what you all are talking about, like, everybody has their own niche, all right? And everybody has their own little thing that they're into and that they specialize in and they know what's going on. And that's what Jorn was talking about missing out on years ago, is because you just can't be everywhere. So now let's put all that together, right? So if you have staked FYI and you are really into RWAs and it's popping off during a bear market, you can make that governance proposal, correct me if I'm wrong though, right? Of like, hey, we need an agent doing RWAs. And you can bring that forward and they say, hey, you know what? Let's do it. And they create that agent. And now, like as an FYI, token staker, you have actual, government's rights into like creating new agents. So maybe you're not creating your own, but you can bring that forward. It's an additional utility on top of some of the other things like reducing those platform fees, right? Like as depending on the tier of how much you have staked, you get lower fees on all this. So we have actual token staking utility for the product and for product growth. And I just think it's brilliant. It's another topic I gush all day long about this, but all of this is so well thought out. So
Thanks. Yeah, you making me blush again, Cats. But yeah, we really thought, okay, we want to make the token useful and completely intertwined into the product. So it's agent staking. Exactly like you said, you also reduce your fees. The more FYI you hold compared to your total positions, the more discount you get in 4 tiers: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. So you can reduce your fees with the token. And there's indeed governance. So what we've seen in governance is that the participation rate is generally very, very low. And DAOs, they hinge on the point of centralization because a few whales can influence. So we decided we're first going to do soft governance, and that's exactly like you said. You want an agent, put up the proposal, gather enough votes, and if you gather enough votes, you pass the quota. We're going to launch the agent. Like we're forced to launch the agent because the community says we need to do it. So that's how we're going to introduce governance to the community.
I'm going to throw something up. You don't have to confirm or deny, especially because I'm probably wrong. All right, hang on, real quick. I'm trying to dig for that agent, that little bit of alpha here. So the 14th agent launched here. Is this as simple as you could just go to the prototypes and look for the 14th oldest agent? Cats might know this better than me, like as far as does that make sense, or were there things like that have like similar dates, but could it be that easy?
Huda's so distracted right now.
Just like it just hit me like, why would it not be that? Again, no, you don't confirm or deny, but like maybe we have to do a session later on and find it. That's all I know. But just to maybe give you guys like a path you can go down if you want to start digging. Maybe. Any other questions? Again, for the chat, Cats, anything that you were wondering? I know you know this like pretty deeply too. And then Jorn, even anything we didn't touch on that you just want to make sure people know ahead of TG coming up.
I got one.
Oh yeah,
so
Cats, go ahead.
I was gonna say they just made a big announcement. So actually, when I came into the community, I kind of pointed it out, and it wasn't a popular thing, right? But like their initial tokenomics was 250 million. And I said, hey, like now that you're launching on virtuals, like you're going to need it to be $1 billion, right? And so they made that announcement, did a great job at it, right? Explained it to the community. It literally made no difference for those that have been farming for a year. They got 4 times more rewards. Okay, so now the initial airdrip 48 hours after TGE was supposed to be 1%. So after all the fun, they're like, you know what? Let's reward people even more. They just announced they're going to increase it to 10%. I think it's a brilliant move. Gets even more tokens out there, increases trading, and rewards the people that have been with you forever. So again, another amazing move by the team. I just wanted to give that shout out because it did just make those announcements. So if you want to talk more about it or whatever else you got, I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, for us it was we needed to make absolutely sure that from a token economic perspective, the airdrop could work out, and also that we filtered out all the bots and the symbols. So yeah, we did the proof of humanity. The eligibility data came in yesterday because the deadline was yesterday for proof of humanity. We did the math and we saw, because we always wanted to give more, but we had to protect ourselves. So we were like, okay, we're going to start at 1%. And we see based on the data how far we can push it up. So the data came in and we were like, we can do 10x. So we increased the percentage from 1% to 10%. And yeah, the community loved it. And we love the community. They've been supporting us for a long, long time. They're very active. They're very helpful as well in a lot of things, providing a lot of feedback, having helped train our agents. So yeah, I think it's a good match.
Dude, I love. I can hear there's that connection between the community and the team here, and you think so highly of them, and it is so important here in the space, right? Like, I mean, a big part of the value of a token is the community. It is. It's just how it works, and mindshare factors in. Do you have any campaigns coming up, like an Arbus campaign, an Amplify campaign, like just things that you'll be doing to grow that mindshare, broader, I guess?
We are in talks with both parties, but I have to defer to my CMO what is signed when.
Fair. I think that makes some sense. Okay, very cool. Once more, I'll throw it out there, guys. Any questions, hit us. And then again, Jorn, if there was something that we missed and you want to make sure people know. That said too, dude, open door always here, right on this show. If you ever have updates, if you want to come in and do like a whole show, always can do that. If you want to come on for 5 minutes and just share that you have a big update, again, same thing. Pop in here, let the people know what's going on. But you're now part of the Swarm Report family, so just got to make sure you know that.
Awesome, much appreciated. Really, man, I gotta tell you, I spoke to Hanan from Virtuals in Cannes, and I've been following the team. And you know what they did? They put AI first and saw crypto as an opportunity to push AI, not the other way around. And these guys, like, Virtuals is going places. Like with the ACP, like, I know it's early stage, but this is really, really exciting to be part of. So also really grateful to be part of that family, part of this family. Yeah, let's build something really cool.
Dude, hell yes. Yeah, I like, man, I'm like I said, I'm still thinking cycles are different. This is it's such a bigger thing happening. But what excites me is as new people come into crypto, and new people are going to come in, by the millions. This is a really special moment here. They get AI. They at least understand how impactful AI is going to be. And I think a lot of these people are going to see that, hey, wait, I'm new to crypto, but I'm learning it. What should I be looking for? Oh, there's AI crypto, huh? There's AI companies I can go bet on, right? Like I'm with you thinking Virtuals is just primed. I know there's a lot of FUD out there right now. And I get why. I don't think they deserve it, but I get why there's some FUD. And I think people are gonna be really shocked about what happens here. To me, Virtuals potential is like one of the strongest applications products we've seen of the cycle of any cycle, right? When we look for things that have product market fit, this cycle we talk like Polymarket, we talk Hyperliquid, and we talk Pump Fund. Those are probably the biggest products here that have that PMF. I'm like, Virtuals, I think, is in that conversation, and I don't think FDV, I don't think price reflects it yet. And a lot of hopium, but I think it will. I do. I think it's that big and that important. So I'm here for it, dude. I'm here for it, and I hope you guys just stay on top of it and stay plugged in. And now we got guys like Jorn who are part of this family and like, man, represent us so well, huh? We got such great people here in the virtual space. I'm glad you picked the Virtuals ecosystem, dude. So welcome, and can't wait for TGE, dude.
So well, it's a key. Like the something that really in general just still has to be figured out by a lot of projects is how to link the token exactly to the product. So one new user equals one more unit of demand for the token. Like that has to be solved. And part two is how can you link the token to actual success of the product? And I feel like with our tokenomics, we've solved that. And once more projects start solving that, then you get this really crazy snowball.
So the Virtuals team and even Ethermage talked about, when they came out with the new launch system, is they need to attract high quality teams, big builders, and this is the example. You've got a team that's been building for 4 years. They are VC backed, and I know that used to be a bad thing. There are people putting money into this because this is a team that's going to be around, right? That is a good thing. They're launching the way they're launching because they don't need your money. They don't need you. They don't need to give all of us that just want to dump tokens. They have the backing that they need to get this off the ground and launch a true product. And that's what we want to see come to Virtuals. That should be the lesson in all this. That's what the Virtuals team's talking about. We're going to attract the best builders, the best teams, and we're going to launch those tokens on Virtuals. And that's exactly what Flagship is bringing. That's what I've been so excited about. So I've been trying to tell everybody, this is the example that we want to see. So I'm really excited for Tuesday. And I can't wait to see where it goes and what it builds. And I'm going to be using the product. So happy to have you going.
Nice. So Kat, cool. Thank you so much for all your kind words of support. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, last question. I promise. This is really the last one. Do we know the time of TGE, or is there going to be an element of stealth to that launch?
Yeah, there's going to be, we want to give everybody exactly the same chance. So you have to keep your eyes on our socials. And yeah, we're going to be communicating it right there. And just another heads up, it's only going to be on our official channels. So if it's not our Telegram, Discord, or X, it's probably not true. But yeah, we'll exactly when the token goes live, we'll announce it and broadcast it everywhere.
God. Oh, so it'll just go live like with an announcement. There won't be a heads up of we're going to go live at this time and in like a few hours heads up. It'll just go live. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't do that. It would get sniped like crazy. You can't.
No, it's a great point. All right. So what we'll probably end up doing on the show is just keeping our eyes on it. And if it's during the day where we're watching, I want to go live when it happens and we'll make a big old event of it and we'll see some fun stuff, I imagine. So keep your eyes out for that. Let's throw up the socials. Make sure you guys are following everyone here. Why do I keep doing that? There we go. Make sure you guys are following Flagship on X. It is Flagship FYI. Everybody's saying it. Great name, dude. It's such a great name, and the ticker's awesome. Love it. Give our buddy.
That's what happens when you have a co-founder who's a creative design genius. Like he just loves all these little things and mechanisms and design. Yeah.
Dude, it's so great. It's so great. I love it. Again, thanks for coming, man. And Cat's too, dude. I mean, our first, and I think I'm hoping of many, but Cat's here Friday here too. I think we're gonna keep doing shows, but